Right now at noon, a live look outside as we track the chance for more severe weather in our area. The First Warn Weather Team keeping us prepared. Plus, Janesville police in a standoff with the suspect after investigating reports of threats. We're live at the scene with the latest there. You're watching News 3 Now at noon. Thanks for joining us on this Tuesday. I'm Josh Breiter. We begin with the weather once again this afternoon as more strong storms are expected to move through southern Wisconsin. This after yesterday's storms left the area soaked with rain. First Warn meteorologist Kelly Slifka is on the patio with a look at your certified most accurate forecast. We really need a break here, Kelly.
Yeah, I'm so tired of this. I tell you what, it's just been rounds and rounds of storms, and it's been mainly hitting a lot of southern Wisconsin. Of course, sure, we've had some of these storms in the plains, but man, we just cannot catch a break here in southern Wisconsin because of all the rain. Definitely feel the humidity out here, and all that moisture in the air leads to some potential energy that could fire up later today. Some strong to severe storms. I don't think it'll be widespread, but once again, some of these storms could produce some hail and some damaging winds. Can't rule out an isolated tornado. That'll be this afternoon right through tonight and mainly this evening. And you notice that humidity. Our dew point temperatures have been in the upper 60s, even some low 70s. So not only uncomfortable to be outside, but getting close to that oppressive category as well. We've got all that moisture in the air. Dew point right now in Madison is at 68. Dew point at 70 in Lone Rock, 73 in Monroe, 72 in Watertown. So the atmosphere is juiced up, and that will lead to some more rain. This is what it feels like when you factor in that humidity. So when you get that dew point in the upper 60s and low 70s, it really makes it feel uncomfortable. So it does feel like the lower 80s many areas where we are seeing these temperatures continuing to climb. This is the heat index right now in Middleton. It feels like 87 in Cross Plains as well. Currently at the airport, it feels like 84. We are starting to see a little bit more cloud cover in, so at least the sun isn't baking us as much as it was earlier. Right now, our future track radar, noticing some of these storms starting to fire up, mainly off to the west of Madison, over there in Grant County near Platteville. Lancaster can expect some of these showers as well. Headed to the north, some of those isolated cells do have the potential of producing some strong winds and also some heavy downpours. Can't rule out some isolated hail. The main severe weather threat right now is off to the west in the Minnesota, Iowa area, right along I-35. We'll get the remnants of that later tonight. It will likely come in a weakened state, but that probably won't be until as we get toward the midnight hour. So the clouds are starting to move in from the south with this storm system. We are looking at temperatures already in the lower 80s with that south wind at 14. Temperatures in the low to mid 80s today with that chance of storms starting to ramp up later this afternoon and especially tonight. We'll see a couple of rounds and we'll talk more about that rain chance tonight and when we can finally get some drier weather coming up.
It's been a while since we've seen humidity levels like this, Kelly.
Yeah, I mean, well, this is obviously the worst day. We've felt a little bit of the last couple of days, but today has been the worst so far.
All right, we'll see you in just a few minutes. Thank you. With another alert day in the forecast, make sure you have our First Warn weather app downloaded to your smartphone. You can find it wherever you get your apps. Continuing coverage in Rock County this afternoon, where Janesville police are in a standoff after investigating reports of threats. News 3 Now's Maddie Heimch is live near the scene. Maddie?
Yeah, Josh, we're seeing crews here standing down, wrapping up that standoff. Court Street behind me is open to traffic as of just a few moments ago. We've been on the scene here for about 2 hours. Take a look at some video we just took of SWAT teams here smashing in car windows, putting cameras in the windows of the home, and an armored vehicle smashing through windows and doors trying to get into that scene. We overheard on the scanner moments ago directions for officers not to touch or move anything in the home. Now, we know that crews were originally called to the home early this morning to investigate a domestic violence incident, and the suspect did fire several shots at officers while they were talking to him, but no officers were injured. We'll continue to provide updates throughout the day as the situation develops, but for now, reporting live in Rock County, I'm Maddie Heimch, News 3 Now.
Maddie, thank you. An update now on the death of a child in Rock County earlier this year. The man charged with killing an 8-year-old is pleading not guilty. Prosecutors have charged 20-year-old Davion Lathrop of Janesville with first-degree murder and hiding a body. Law enforcement arrested Lathrop in March. They found the body of an 8-year-old near a home in the town of Fulton, close to Janesville. This was on West Miles Road. Officers were initially responding there for a report of a missing child. During the search, officers detained Lathrop, who officials with the sheriff's office described as a family member of the child. They later arrested him. It is not clear how Lathrop is related to the child. His jury trial will be scheduled at a later time. Right now, Attorney General Josh Kaul is filing felony charges against former associates of former President Trump. This for trying to overturn Wisconsin's 2020 election results. This is a live look at that news conference happening right now at the state capitol. Jim Troupis, Kenneth Chesbrough, and Michael Roman each received 1 count of felony forgery. On December 14, 2020, 10 Republican electors gathered at the state capitol to sign documents declaring Trump the winner. On the same day, Democratic electors cast the state's actual electoral college votes for Joe Biden. Facing a civil lawsuit on the effort, the 10 Republicans retracted the document, acknowledged Joe Biden won the election, and admitted their actions furthered a scheme to illegally overturn the election under a legal settlement. UW System Regent Bob Atwell is resigning. The move comes 3 days after his term expired amid a refusal to step down. Governor Evers appointed a replacement, Tim Nixon, to replace him. But Atwell said he planned to stay on, only stepping down by his own accord or until the state Senate confirmed his successor. There were questions surrounding that as the legislature's 2-year session ended this spring. But now Nixon can take his seat as the newest UW regent. Happening today, President Biden is expected to announce a long-anticipated executive action on the issue of immigration. It would be his toughest move so far to control the number of migrants coming across the U.S. border with Mexico. Skylar Henry reports from Washington.
Earlier this year at the U.S.-Mexico border, President Biden urged Congress to pass a border security bill.
They desperately need more resources, need more agents, more officers, more judges, more equipment in order to secure our border.
Now, after Senate Republicans rejected the measure, Biden is issuing a new executive order. It will allow U.S. immigration officials to deport migrants without processing their asylum claims when the number of illegal border crossings surpasses a specific threshold. Sources tell CBS News that number is likely 2,500 a day, which means it would likely be activated immediately. In May, Border Patrol recorded an average of 3,800 crossings daily.
These administrative actions are not going to solve the situation at the border. They will make a big difference. They will bring a lot of order to the border.
With the presidential election just months away, Republican senators question Biden's motives.
Why did you wait until now if you were serious about doing it? The simple answer is he's not serious.
And the Trump campaign released a statement saying if Joe Biden truly wanted to shut down the border, he could do so with a swipe of the same pen, but he never will. Biden's executive order will likely be challenged in court. Skylar Henry, CBS News, Washington.
Unaccompanied children are expected to be exempt from the order, which is expected to go into effect after midnight. First warn traffic note, a portion of Parkview Road in Middleton is now closed. 2314 Parview Road, that is, will be closed to traffic with anticipated paving to be completed today. The city says the road will be closed completely to traffic during specific times. If you use this area to commute, take a different route today. Well, still ahead for us on Tuesday afternoon, the pay gap between workers and executives continues to widen. Plus, what 2 energy groups say summer electric bills are expected to look like this year.
You're watching News 3 Now at noon. Moving forward.
Win a hand-paid jackpot at Ho-Chunk Gaming Wisconsin Dells, and you'll have a chance to win a new Jeep Grand Cherokee and a shot at $100,000 in cash. It's the Mega Jackpot Winners Quarterly Drawings going on now at Ho-Chunk Gaming Wisconsin Dells. Your odds are better here.
Anybody that knows me here knows that I'm always focused on the customer first. I want to make sure that we don't have to worry about this door next year, the year after that. I'm not an actor at all. Here, Precision, we're here for you.
Precision Door Service, a name you can trust.
Are you suffering with neck pain, back pain, or sciatica due to disc-related conditions? You may have tried drugs, spinal injections, or physical therapy just to find out it didn't help. You're not alone. The problem is that some of those treatments focus on symptom relief, but may not address the underlying disc problem. As a result of injury or overuse, the discs may bulge, herniate, or degenerate over time. Our therapies are highly successful and reduce pain associated with those conditions and may help you avoid neck or back surgery. At Midwest Spine and Nerve Center, we'll design a treatment program using the latest in pain-relieving therapies, including non-surgical spine decompression, ProAdjuster 360 computerized technology, laser therapy, and more. Visit our website or call to schedule a complimentary consultation.
Celebrate Memorial Day at Brothers Maine, where unbeatable appliance deals come with expert advice. Enjoy special prices and free delivery on top brands like Whirlpool, Maytag, and KitchenAid. Visit us today and feel like family at Brothers Maine.
I'm going to take real good care of your windows.
You need the experts at Feldco.
Right now at Feldco, get 2 windows for the price of 1.
Call now.
Call 866 for Feldco.
From midnight tweets to drinking bleach to tear-gassing citizens and staging a photo op, we knew Trump was out of control when he was president. Then he lost the 2020 election and snapped, desperately trying to hold on to power. Now he's running again, this time threatening to be a dictator, to terminate the Constitution.
If I don't get elected, it's going to be a bloodbath.
Trump wants revenge, and he'll stop at nothing to get it.
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
Win a hand-paid jackpot at Ho-Chunk Gaming, Wisconsin Dells, and you'll have a chance to win a new Jeep Grand Cherokee and a shot at $100,000 in cash. It's the Mega Jackpot Winners Quarterly Drawings going on now at Ho-Chunk Gaming, Wisconsin Dells. Your odds are better here.
The pay gap between workers and executives continues to widen. According to an Associated Press Commission study, CEO compensation jumped nearly 13% last year. It rose to an average of more than $16 million, which outpaces gains by workers post-pandemic. Worker pay only increased around 4% last year. The rising temperatures this summer are also expected to bring an increase in cooling costs. Projections from 2 energy groups say summer electric bills are expected to jump almost 8% in the U.S. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration outlook predicts this summer will bring more above-average temperatures, with at least 20 states expected to experience out-of-the-norm heat. And Spotify premium subscribers in the U.S. get ready for another price hike. Next month, the audio streaming service will charge an extra $1 for its ad-free tier, making it $11.99 per month. Duo customers, which allows 2 people to share the cost of a premium subscription, will go up $2 to $16.99, and the family plan will increase $3 to $19.99. The student plan will remain at $5.99 per month. That's your CBS News Money Watch report. For more, log on to cbsmoneywatch.com. At the CBS Broadcast Center, I'm Chanel Call.
At the noon hour, here's your stock report. The Dow down 18 points, NASDAQ down 42, and the S&P 500 also down about 7 points. Right now, our call for action volunteers are in the building taking your consumer complaints and taking action on your behalf. Remember, you can call for action at 608-270-2833 or submit a claim anytime at channel3000.com/call-for-action. Pam is watching today's egg prices straight ahead, and Kelly is tracking more severe weather chances in the first warn forecast. Then later on, live at 4, a look at the best buys this June.
When replacing your windows, you want them to be built by the best and backed by the best. That's what you'll get with replacement windows only available from Renewal by Andersen. When you choose Renewal by Andersen at Wanakee Remodeling, you're not getting a one-size-fits-all product. From design and sales to manufacturing, installation, and service, we own the entire process. This month only, when you buy 1 window or patio door, you'll get 140% off, plus 12 months special financing. Visit WanakeeRemodeling.com for more details.
TDS Fiber Internet makes our home smarter. Working, playing, living, learning. It's all better with TDS Fiber Internet because it's faster, more reliable. It's award-winning internet served up by friendly local folks. It's what keeps us connected. And isn't that what it's all about? Say hello to internet that hits different. Say hello to TDS.
I'm so happy. I just put this dress on that I haven't worn in over 10 years.
This summer, feel confident from head to toe with Sono Bello Permanent Fat Removal and get summer body ready in just 1 visit.
I saw the results immediately. It's the best I have felt since I was in my 20s.
My waist is tiny. I'm very, very happy.
I'm nearly 50, y'all, and my abs haven't been this flat since before I had kids.
For a limited time, take advantage of Sono Bello's big biggest sale of the year. Sono Bello's board-certified surgeons use micro-laser technology to safely target and remove your diet-resistant fat cells for good on your stomach, hips and thighs, back, and so much more.
It will change your life. It did for me. I can't wait till the summertime hit. Hot Mom Summer, here I come.
Call 1-800-905-6520 now or go to sonobello.com to claim special pricing.
On the Jennifer Hudson Show, the Golden Bachelors Kathy Schwartz and Susan Knowles are here.
I love your friendship.
And who doesn't love Morris Chestnut?
You've been married 30 years.
She looks as beautiful as she did when I first met her.
On the next Jennifer Hudson Show at 3.
40 years ago, a monster tornado flattened the town of Barneville. We've heard the survivor stories. Now I'm showing you why it happened. We'll break down the science behind the storm and how it helps us prepare for severe weather today, Thursday at 10.
The Farm Report is sponsored by Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
We're back at noon. Let's check in now with Pam Bianchi from the Midwest Farm Report. Hi, Pam.
Hi, Josh. Good story for you today. Although it's hot and sticky outside, I want to put a smile on some folks' faces. Wisconsin Farm Bureau Federation earlier this year had been calling for nominations for their Heroes of Hope campaign. Really, it's designed to recognize those everyday folks that are out there in the countryside that suddenly end up doing something that they probably were moved to do with their heart, their soul, and now we're just kind of recognizing them. The folks that are being recognized as this year's Heroes of Hope come from Washington County, but what a cool story. Matt Beck and Scott Schreffler from Washington County are Farm Bureau members, and they are folks that had a neighbor that lost his life in a farming accident. Beck and Schreffler knew they had to do something to try to honor their buddy, so what they did is organize a tractor gathering on the day of the funeral. They ended up getting more than 150 tractors of all different colors from 5 different counties that all came together in Allenton to honor and celebrate their neighbor friend. And that's the kind of stuff that the Heroes of Hope is about, recognizing those folks that are just doing their thing, you know, just recognizing some people important in their lives, in this case, by gathering together with tractors. There were also some other finalists that are also going to be receiving accolades, and they include Katie Roth from Grant County, Tim Lins from Sauk County, Andrew Del Santo from Grant County, and another gal, Jennifer Webster, from up in Pierce County. But I definitely want to recognize those faces you may see in your community. Haven't gotten all the stories on the other 3 finalists from our Channel 3 viewing area, but I'll be working on that. All of them are going to be recognized not only with some cash prizes and special gift cards from Quick Trip and Culver's, and more importantly, just being recognized by all their neighbors for the difference that they're made. Heroes of Hope. Congratulations again, Matt Beck and Scott Schreffler in Washington County. If you know those two, let them know that you heard about their story. Well, the story for Wisconsin farmers is too wet. Too wet. I had a phone call this morning from one of my buddies up in the Portage area that said they picked up 4 inches of rain yesterday. That is just flat out too much. Our latest crop progress report showed that we've got probably almost 80% of our corn and soybeans in the ground, about 72% considered good to excellent. So still trying to remain fairly optimistic, but we got to get some dry weather to keep this crop coming along and let us finish up acres, not only as far as planting, but first crop hay. Barrel and block cheese unchanged today in Chicago. But guess what happened to butter, Joshy? Come on. Where do we think it's going?
Going up.
Dig this. 4 1/4 cents higher.
Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, your butter price in Chicago, not your grocery store, Chicago, $3.16 1/4 per pound, coming to a grocery store near you sometime soon.
That's wild. I'm a pretty good guesser by now, Pam.
I'm usually a pretty bad tell with my face, too.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. All right, Pam. Well, thank you. Appreciate you.
Right. See you later, buddy.
You betcha. Let's get a look at your certified most accurate forecast now. First Warn meteorologist Kelly Slifka is out on the weather patio. Kelly?
Yeah, you probably have a pretty good guess on our forecast today. More rain. Yeah, it's just been unbelievable. Compared to what we were last year when we couldn't buy a drop of rain this time of the year, now it just does not want to let up. We do have another potential of some strong to severe storms. It'll basically be isolated, but this has been the trend over the last several weeks where we get these storms rolling on in. Some of them produce some gusty winds, some hail, definitely some heavy downpours like we saw yesterday. This will be all of southern Wisconsin, pretty scattered later this afternoon. We'll have a line that'll roll through tonight. This won't be until probably after midnight, most areas. So I think that will come in at a weakened state, but we'll have to see how that pans out. Now, our main threats are going to be hail and some wind, but with all the rain we've had over the last couple of weeks, the ground is saturated. Can't rule out some flooding, also an isolated tornado. We're in the warm sector of the storm system, and some of our storms that develop later this afternoon are actually going to come in from the south or develop just down to the south in Iowa and northwestern Illinois, reaching southwestern Wisconsin. Then you see that cold front to the west. That's what's going to bring our line of storms probably not until, well, it's going to be well after dark near the Mississippi River, then the Madison area, probably not until midnight and beyond. So our first bout of some showers and storms coming in from the south. You can already see some of the clouds that have been increasing across southern Wisconsin. Boy, is it juicy out here today. 68 is the dew point right now in Madison, 71 in Watertown, 73 right now in Monroe. So we got a lot of moisture in place. We don't have anything really to initiate the initial storms this afternoon other than the moisture in the atmosphere. But we will see a line of strong to severe storms develop right along I-35 there in Minnesota into Iowa. That's our system that will arrive later tonight. But even into this afternoon, we can't rule out an isolated strong to severe storm, especially areas to the west of Madison, down there in Grant County. They've been seeming to get most of it. One thing we don't need, any more rain. As Pam was telling you there, the farmers having a hard time getting in the fields, obviously, with the rain that we've had. And this is just over the last 7 days, and this has just been the ongoing situation we've had throughout the month of May and now here into June. Many locations, 2, 3, 4, 5 inches of rain over the past week or so. We do have those chances of rain today. They're going to be pretty scattered later this afternoon, but as we get toward the late evening hours, midnight and beyond, we are expecting some rain to move in. Question is, will they maintain their strength as they move in? Typically, you don't think of late night thunderstorms causing too much of a problem, but we'll have to see how that pans out going into the overnight. Then we'll get some dry weather most of tomorrow, but in the afternoon hours, we're expecting some more scattered showers to move in later in the afternoon into the evening. But after that, finally some dry weather. All right, so as mentioned, some of these storms starting to fire up off to the west, over there toward Monroe Point, Platteville, Lancaster, Boscoville, maybe Lone Rock, Richland Center. Eventually moving toward the Madison area in a weakened state the way it looks right now. More storms start to fire up later this evening down to the south and west. Then we're going to see that line that moves out of Minnesota and Iowa really not affecting Madison until after midnight tonight. Some of the computer models still indicating some stronger storms rolling through. We'll see how that pans out. By tomorrow morning, a lot of that with that line should move out. Starting to see that humidity drop tomorrow afternoon as well. And after tomorrow, looks like we are looking at generally dry weather, maybe a spotty shower this weekend, but nothing like we've been dealing with over the last couple of weeks. All right, we do have the first warn alert day. It is steamy out here today. Temperatures in the low to mid 80s. Tomorrow will be breezy, still very mild, but you're going to notice the humidity come down. We've got some cooler air aloft that'll produce some scattered showers in the afternoon, and then we do turn cooler by Thursday and Friday. In fact, overnight lows in the lower 50s, highs only in the low 70s. Maybe a spotty shower this weekend, generally dry. Temperatures in the low to mid 70s. You notice that quiet weather for the most part going into much of next week.
Quiet sounds pretty good after all this.
Yeah, I'm kind of done with it.
I am too. Thanks, Kelly.
Sure.
When we come back at noon, we'll see what Howard's working on in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
You've probably had this in a diner or maybe at home and you didn't know what else to make. Wondering what it is? Stick around. We'll show you.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Get an 11% rebate on everything at Menards. Be prepared for flooding and keep your basement dry with Barracuda sump pumps. Remove water quickly with this half-horsepower cast iron sump pump. Now $133.49 after rebate. Keep your yard beautiful with help from Yardworks. They offer a variety of landscape tools and products to get your garden tasks done and keep your lawn looking healthy. This garden hose is $44.99 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Imagine having a Medicare Advantage plan that can help cover costs for dental services or even groceries. Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield is offering special benefits called Essential Extras, available for Medicare Advantage plan members. If you're new to Medicare, have Medicaid, or recently moved, you could be eligible to enroll today. Unsure if you're eligible? Our licensed insurance agents can help. Just call the number on your screen today. Medicare Advantage plans cover everything in original Medicare Parts A and B while offering coverage for additional benefits. With Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield Medicare Advantage plans, you could get no-cost essential extras you might not expect. These plans may include allowances for dental, vision, hearing, assistive devices, or even money for healthy groceries. That's not all, though. You could also get an allowance to help pay for utility costs like gas, electric, water, or sewer. It can even be used towards internet and cellular providers. Explore 2024 Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield Medicare Advantage plans with essential extras in your zip code by calling today. If you're new to Medicare, have Medicaid, or recently moved, you could be eligible. Essential extras could even include transportation to plan-approved destinations. But you won't get a plan with additional benefits automatically. You have to call to see if you're eligible to enroll. Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield is proud to offer these special no-cost Medicare Advantage plan benefits that help provide comfort and convenience to make everyday life easier. Don't miss out. Call Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield today to explore 2024 Medicare Advantage plans with essential extras. If you're new to Medicare, on Medicaid, or recently moved, you could be eligible.
Call 800-694-1143. 800-694-1143. That's 800-694-1143.
Every once in a while, we choose a recipe that seems so simple. You might think, who needs a recipe for that? Today's recipe might sound like one of those, but once you taste it, you'll understand why it's so special. First of all, when it comes to buying tuna, I don't believe that all tuna is equal. Maybe I'm a tuna snob, or it's just the way I grew up, but for me, tuna should be white, solid, and packed in water. And then it needs to be drained really well. You can do that by pressing the lid into the can, or you can pick up one of these tuna presses, which makes this a breeze. After it's flaked, we add some mayo. And then to make this the ultimate tuna melt, some Italian dressing and sweet relish. After it's mixed, we place a few slices of tomato on some rye bread, top it with the tuna, and layer on some cheddar cheese. When this gets baked long enough for the cheese to melt and the bread to get all toasty, it's done. And since we leave this topless, it's best to eat this with a fork and knife. The recipe for what we call the ultimate tuna melt is on our website and would be perfect to serve with a bowl of soup and some chips. I'm Howard of the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a basic yet tasty way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
Here's Kelly with a final look at your forecast.
Yeah, it is a very steamy afternoon. We are looking at some clouds that have been increasing with temperatures rising through the 80s already here at the noon hour. They'll continue to rise. We'll look at scattered showers and storms flaring up mainly to the west of Madison. These will be scattered, and that'll continue into the evening. Then we'll watch a line that'll approach us overnight tonight, probably not until after midnight. A lot of that will come in a weakened state, but we'll have to see how that pans out. We do have a first warning alert day for some strong to potentially severe storms later this afternoon and tonight. Looks like most of the stronger storms will come to an end just after midnight. Then we'll look at 70s tomorrow, and it does turn cooler, less humid for the rest of the week, and we are drying out. Just a stray shower for both Saturday and Sunday.
All right, Kelly, thank you, and thanks for joining us. Stay sky aware and keep it here with News 3 Now for more weather coverage throughout the day.